We got our first question. Would you rather look wealthy or be wealthy? If you're watching this channel, I think I already know your answer. We here at Money Changes Everything are fond of observing what the wealthy do and then emulating those behaviors. So what does it take to actually be wealthy as opposed to just looking wealthy? What must you invest in to become truly wealthy? This is the first in a series of videos that will answer that very question. Speaking of investment opportunities, we're always on the lookout for smart professionals as we grow our financial services footprint across the US and Canada. If you have a passion for all things personal finance and a desire to help people understand how to make their money work for them, we want to hear from you. We'd like to show you how you can start your financial services business by partnering with some of the most reputable names in the industry, including Nationwide, Aegon, Pacific Life, and many others. If you've ever considered investing in yourself by starting your own business, I want you to know that the best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. Contact us using the email address in the link below. Let's talk about the future. There are plenty of people who appear wealthy. They drive nice cars, wear the latest fashions, and live in exclusive neighborhoods and humongous homes and condos. Now, don't get me wrong, some of these people can truly afford that lifestyle and have plenty of money working for them. But I would argue that the majority of Americans don't fit that description. According to Kelley Blue Book, the average car payment in America is $550. At the same time, and according to CNBC, 40% of Americans would be hard-pressed to come up with $400 to cover an emergency expense. We can discuss the reasons behind this in another edition, but for now, let's suffice it to say Americans need to understand what assets are, what they can do for their financial well-being, and how to acquire them. An asset, for our purposes, is a resource you own or control that appreciates in value and provides income. Now, the latest car, the latest 2021 vehicle, is that an asset? Well, does it appreciate in value? Does it provide you an income? Probably doesn't provide you an income unless you're using it for work purposes. And even then, it doesn't appreciate. So you have to question whether or not it meets the full definition of an asset. The latest fashions certainly could help you to acquire assets by appearing professional. However, there's a way to make that happen without breaking the bank. Clothes are not an asset. They definitely depreciate very, very quickly in value. And they, in and of themselves, do not provide an income. There are 5 asset classes. Paper, which includes stocks, bonds, mutual funds, insurance policies, basically any asset that is recorded on paper. You take possession of it in the form of paper. Commodities, gold, silver, oil, helium. These are tangibles that are typically used in industries that make the world work. So those types of things. There are certain food products that also can be considered commodities. Then you have real estate. And when we talk about real estate, of course, we're talking about rental property, raw land, things of that nature. And finally, among the financial asset classes, we have a business that you own and operate. Now, you can't just go out willy-nilly and start buying things from these 4 categories. You must educate yourself and or hire a professional to help you decide which assets best fit your specific objectives. I always laugh when I see these money magazines that say, the 5 best investments for 2021. How do they know what 5 investments would be best for 300 million different people? I don't know. Yes, I did say 5 asset classes. I haven't forgotten. The 5th is the most important asset class. It's you, your mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. You can't have wealth if you don't have your health. You can have millions or billions of dollars worth of the other 4 asset classes. But if you don't have health, you're unable to enjoy the highest quality of life. So this one asset that is represented by your mind, body, and soul must be treated well, because the return on that investment essentially provides you with your interface to reality. Pain and infirmity can dominate the consciousness. And while the body is surely a machine and will degrade over time, we are living longer thanks to medical science and lifestyle changes. And we want that extended length of life to be spent being able to actually enjoy it. None other than Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors in the history of the world, the history of investment, has a particularly insightful way of helping us understand the importance of this, our most valuable asset.
But let's just imagine that when we finish, I'm going to let each one of you pick out the car of your choice. Sounds good, doesn't it? Pick it out, any color, you name it. It'll be tied up with a bow, and it'll be at your house tomorrow. And you say, well, what's the catch? And the catch is that it's the only car you're going to get in your lifetime. Now, what are you going to do knowing that that's the only car you're ever going to have and you love that car? You're going to take care of it like you cannot believe. Now, what I'd like to suggest is you're not going to get only one car in your lifetime, but you're going to get one body and one mind, and that's all you're going to get. And that body and mind feels terrific now, but it has to last you a lifetime.
This has been Tyrone Keys. Remember, you can unlock prosperity with me, Keys.